Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 535 of Fallout 4. Last episode, continuing my house, and I'm having so much fun with this. I'm having so much fun just making my own little house. I don't know, it's subject to change in the future, but it looks pretty cool right now, and that's all that matters. So I sort of made a kitchen, I mean, again, in reason and with what the game gives me access to, which is sadly not enough, does not give me enough stuff. You know, I just thought of something. These would work really well, I think, in the kitchen. It's a bit difficult to do anything with these because they do not like it when you put them close to each other. They float on top of each other, but yeah. I'll slap some of these in the kitchen, some of these floor mats. That is like the place to put floor mats. You think kitchen, you think, I mean, if we think like a restaurant kitchen, you know, they always have these rubberized floor mats. They do. I totes know. As insider knowledge, man. I think it's cool. But I learned something that I never knew, which is hilarious. Also, this needs to get bumped up just a touch. I never knew that you could do this. And I also never knew that these things produced happiness for your settlement. And I also really want to see a settler use this. But yeah, your guy is a gymnast. He's also incredibly strong because nobody could do that without armor. And maintain that level of, like, nimbleness and finesse and things, and your dude's also buff as all get out. Look at that. But you get little boosts. It was just cool to me. For just improving upon the man cave, putting paintings down, messing with the display cases over here. You got some weapons customized. I still have to dress that armor rack up, which I don't really know if I have anything. I mean, like, the other thing I just sort of pieced together, but I don't really believe I've got anything great. I mean, robot left arm, right arm, robot chest piece, left leg. I don't think I have what I would need to do this. No. We'll add some pieces for gits and jiggles. I keep pressing R on these thinking they're in inventory, but you have to press E. Let's see here. There you go. You can look all goofy. You still need a few more pieces, but there you go. We have Mr. Pebbles, the first cat in space. We have random pinup girl Nuka-Cola lady. Yeah, I drink that cola all day. No, just what was? Ooh, actually, I don't know. That's neat, dude. I'm learning all kinds of things messing with building. Got some greens in here. Put one up on the shelf. Put a radio up there. Make a lot of sense to put a radio up on that one too. Let's do it. Miscellaneous. Radio. Are you in this one? You are. Diamond City and classical. We're gonna do classical as we get buff. Yeah. We're gonna get strong. There's a radio up here. I don't really turn them on because they make annoying noises and just weird things and sounds that YouTube does not like. So I don't want to piss off our Lord and Savior. Okay, let's be honest. YouTube's absolutely crap anymore, and is not working out in many ways. I kind of hinted this before. Like, I don't know how much you follow all the YouTube crap going down. There's like huge people in the YouTube community, like huge, like channels and things that are straight up just disappearing or not disappearing, stopping what they're doing. I mean, I know they're not like hit super hard financially compared to like the small dudes. That's the thing. Like the poor small YouTubers. I mean, I'm small in the scheme of things and shit. But like small starting out, there's just no hope. It's miserable. Yep, not fun times. I give it again, yeah, totally random and obviously not related to Fallout, but let's get back to the Fallout, shall we? I would like some lights outside. I think the lighting situation inside is good enough. I'm gonna say that's decent for what we've got. There's a bit of open area here. I could totally put down a pool table. I want to try and put, I think it's under tables, right? A pool table back here doesn't make the most sense, but it looks like there's enough room. Yeah, there's enough room here. Alright, never mind, that's not bad. But yeah, this is my house, supposedly. So, we'll roll with it. I'd like the jukebox now that I've just thought about like what I'm doing back here. Do I have... I know I have one, but where are you? Are you under miscellaneous? Yes. Which one would we want? This one looks cleaner, or... Yeah, that one looks way cleaner. This one does not look like it's been rusted out and yucky crap and things. Got a jukebox back. Oh! Don't get me copyright, fuck jukebox, stop. Are you just gonna keep playing? Boop! What's that sign say? What's that thing say? The cassette, or whatever it's supposed to be. Kids these days don't know what cassettes are. Oh! Okay, cool. I guess I can just play it whenever I want then. That's neat. Oh, I didn't even use... Oops, that was a misplaced. I didn't even use... This is totally natural lighting that doesn't need power. That's pretty. Oh, that's so cool. But I mean, we obviously have a fancy house with real lights, but that's like homely. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even think about that. Damn. Missed opportunity right there. What is this? An ashtray? Gross. Cigarettes are disgusting. I absolutely cannot stand cigarettes and the smell and yucky thing. Blech. Gross. Anyway, furniture, chairs. Can I find a really nice, that red sofa thing? There's one, right? Really fancy one. I want to put it in the corner over here. Yeah, this one. Right here. Yep. And I think it was under tables. There was one just like that. Come on, show me the pictures. Show me that. Show me potato salad. Show me the pictures. But of course, guys, if you are enjoying the follow-up videos, I do appreciate. I don't see it. I do appreciate if you take a moment to like the video. It does mean a lot. It does help out, and I thank you guys for that one. I thought there was, unless I'm looking under the wrong spot or I'm misremembering. I must be misremembering. I thought there was a piece that went to that. A big red couch would be really cool too. You could just put that right here. I mean, you could have this chair as well in the corner. Okay. Yeah. Again, this is adding more color to this place is what I'm really concerned about, because it's very bland. It's always going to be bland with the nature of the building and stuff. There's only a handful of things I can select from. These are repeaty plants, but you don't really get, again, a big selection there. I mean, I get a big variety. Ooh, don't pick that up. Work with what I've got. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this little place of mine is starting to look half decent. It's a bit over decorated, but that's the point, to make it different from what I've done so far. No Christmas trees. How many paintings downstairs that I'm aware of? Show me the right painting. Sure. I don't know if I have a lighthouse up here. I do not. I do not have a lighthouse up here. Okay. This wall is very bland. Very, 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 very bland. Not entirely sure what I'd like to put there. Obviously, this needs to go bye-bye. We have to get power to these lights somehow. It's interesting to see what it looks like without all that stuff, too. Strange. All the poster up there, I guess, has light. Is it a poster? Oh, it's the light from the workbench. I didn't even realize that. That's cool. I didn't even think about that. Something would need to go there, and right now I just, for the life of me, I can't think of what. Perhaps a display again? Perhaps a display. Right there. Try and straighten it up. Cool. How does this open? Side. I need to rotate you. I need to rotate you a little bit. That is not going to be good looking at that angle. What can I put in that display case? I think these rifles would be too big. They would definitely look a little strange. You could put that helmet in there just for fancy sake. That wouldn't be too bad. No mods. Yeah, let's put a mod in there. It'd look so cool. This lever action would fit. It should, I think. Excuse me, Mr. Barbell. Oops. Don't press escape for this. Weapons drop. You. Not the most colorful weapon. It'd be really cool to put like a plasma gun in here. It does seem to be... Dance, please. Like, in some way that the game maybe does have a bit of a system in place to prop up these weapons. It seems to me like when I'm rotating and I let go, like, see how I just like jumped and looked, it was, I don't know, it was straight up like that. It wasn't straight up when I put it in the display case. I feel some strange little system they have in place to attempt to make things look nice. Kind of hard to describe. It's just a bit strange how this thing works. Okay. And then it just messes it all up when you move the thing. You shut the door, it's like, nah. It's like, I got a mind of my own. Okay. Alright, floating gun. Screw physics. Well, nobody likes physics. Physics is boring. No. This game. I think the last thing I want to do right now is it. No, it was under miscellaneous. Where were the... Where was this thing? The wall lighting thing, the scones or whatever. Yeah, here you go. All sconce, the scone, derp. Was the sconce here? And here. See what I'm doing here? A little nice display thing. We have some fancy candles and stuff. Probably not the best thing to be storing in there, but we're rolling with it. So now I gotta get power to this house so this doesn't look so silly because it looks really weird. Then I'd have to power all of the lights out front. But, very importantly, I have to start powering a defensive system because there are some turrets here, but they're all heavy machine guns for the most part. Heavy machine guns. I think there's some fancy stuff upstairs right here, but not the amount of missile turrets that I want. Because, you know, you'll never get that many. You excited about that dance? They get you jollies. That's how you get your jollies off, your rocks off. Okay. Well, I do have 186 defense, but it is just sheer turrets. To the point where it's... So there are some missile turrets, or there's two. It's sheer machine gun turrets, which is a bit weird. At least to me. I guess it's good, though, because there's no power woes. I was going to go on the roof, but... If I go to structures, wood, what do I have for tiny little flooring pieces? I have the cool little pizza slices for the other thing. These are not the best looking. They have the holes in them like the normal walls, but these are also going to be floating, and I think we'll get some snapping. Right? I mean, maybe not. I might have to remove the wall to get some snapping, out of curiosity. Probably should not have done that, but I don't think this was attached to anything. Oh, thank God. Glad pressing tab fixes that one. This wall has no nothing. There we go. That's all we needed to do. So that'll enable me. Now, do I like this? I guess the answer is no. I was thinking about it, maybe having some turrets like that around my base, but I don't like it. What would be cool is some kind of little guard tower thing. Prefabs. I think there are the prefabs that could serve that purpose. No. I'm thinking thin, narrow guard tower that like this sort of, I guess. Even this, but thinner. If I could have it down to like the quarter pieces, I could just put turrets and little like a guard tower here. Then I would have to put all the stuff on my base, but I'd still have to deliver power to it. Ah, that sucks. It's always just simpler to put the stuff up on the roof, because then you know no matter what, where the attack originates, you know your defense system is going to take care of it, because it can reach it. I could gate the community off, and then along the gated wall, that would be where the turrets go. And then I would not need to put any kind of silly contraption up there. I still just need to deliver power to the base to, you know, take care of the lights, but... Huh. Don't know how I want to go about that just yet, but what I do know is, real fast here, street light. So we got that one or that one. This one looks slightly fancier. That one's all rusted. This one's a bit rusted too. They're all a bit rusted. Only so much I can do about it. Now you require an actual unit of power, but do you require... You do. Like, this is what I was worried about. Like, that kind of power. Do they all do that? They do. They all require that. Now, this would depend. Where's the connection point? The top? That makes it easy to connect. But I'd be curious to see what this... How this emits light. That does emit quite a bit of light. It was hard to tell during the day, but that emits a lot of light. Oh, I never put the little grill. And again, that kind of grill does not go in your house. But it'd be neat. Oh, we'll see if I want to power that up. I don't like how no, I can't. Like, I can't have wires hanging in. It looks like butts. There's no good way to do that. Damn it. There's really no great way of going about it. Anyway, let's get back to the thought of how I want to tackle power delivery to turrets and where I want the turrets. I don't store it. Scrap these things. So let's save. In case I scrap my house. What I worry about too is if I got rid of these and I put walls, will I be okay? And also, the border is definitely not perfect. It must be easier just to cut straight across here and make this little push out. Yeah. If I do that, that's going to be quite the chore, but it'd also be really nice to have a power grid or a defensive grid completely around this place. It really, really would. Because then no matter where the attack originates from, even if we know where it comes from normally, we are A-okay. Because there are missile turrets locked and loaded and ready to go. Everywhere. I will get rid of the picket fence inside the shrubs. It just looks like crap, the hedge. Get out of here. Get out of here, fallen tree. Gross. Why the game doesn't let me get rid of all this, which I think it does. Let me get rid of most, not the hedges. Shame on you, game. Shame on you! For shame. Oh, that looks a little cleaner, just getting rid of those fences. But yeah, maybe I should get rid of the shrubs too. They'll get in the way of the walls. What I worry about most is starting the project and finding something that I cannot scrap. Like a hedge that's slightly outside of the buildable area, sort of deal. So far, all of these seem to be good on the scrap front, which is nice. Get out of here, shrub. Oh, no. Shrubs are ugly. U-G-L-Y. You ain't got you ugly. For the most part, I can get rid of them. I haven't seen one that, gave me shit yet. And I do know with, like, the powering things, I mean, I could use, not a recruitment bacon, but, connectors and switches, like this. Like, use a power pylon, and we can have our own little power thingy. But I just feel like it would look ugly. Switched power pylon, that's neat. Switched power pylon large. I guess there's a slightly taller one than that. Switches power on briefly with chug. That's cool. Firing target pulse. You could do some really interesting things with this stuff. There's some really interesting things in this console. There's some really interesting things they've got added in here. Tell you what, I mean, I've gone ahead and saved. Let's can these shrubs. They're the hedges. They're driving me nuts. And I want to see what I have to work with here. Get a bit of fertilizer back from that. I guess that's cool. Like this one, can I like see right here? I've already ran into the problem. Alright, exactly. This is exactly what I was concerned about. I could build straight across there and it wouldn't be too much of an issue, but that's an annoyance because that breaks up the aesthetic. Now, if that's behind a wall, what do I care, right? Jeez, there's so much crap here. So many broken picket fences. This is ugly. Who's the one who made all these stupid picket fences? They should be shot. Ugh. Clearly, they weren't meant to stand the test of time. No, I'm just kidding. They weren't made to withstand nuclear fallout. How dare they make these picket fences? How dare they? God, it looks so much better without those hedges. They're ugly. They're ugly. They're all dead and stuff. Yuck. Sure. Got here, you ugly roots. Ugly roots. Yeah, that'll bug me. Well, the nice thing is if I put my wall in a straight line here, I wouldn't see it. You could have an open area here. You could have like a gate too, because that could lead you up to Vault 111. There's obviously the whole actual little thing they've designed for you over here. But again, here are more hedges. See, that's my problem. Stupid hedges. I can't get rid of that one. And that one's mostly in the grid. It's a bit of okay, that's debatable. Most of it's outside the grid. I'll give you that one. Yeah, no matter what I do, from that angle I cannot get rid of it. So that again would be an ugly hedge. I'd have to hide, or I would want to hide. Dashed my hopes and dreams game. This is a big undertaking. What I'm thinking here. It's going to require some finagling and some finesse. And this is at an angle. There's going to be a lot of tweaking and a lot of like not perfect walls, and there's just nothing I can do about it. I'm hoping this is a low enough point right here that don't cause an issue. So can I line you up so I can start planning this stuff out, please? Thank you. Thank you. You see how we're already sort of meeting this point where it's like, uh-oh, gots to turn. And it'd be really easy to put little pieces, and then straight line. I could do that. Okay, what's this grabbing? Nothing with the wall. Whoa! Game! You're so janky sometimes. Back to my power. I think I backed out of the buildable area for a split second. I wasn't looking. I apologize. I feel like I should have done more, in this episode, but this is a bit of thinking here. Because if I'm doing this huge undertaking... What? Grab. Thank you. But, like, straight line... there's only so much we can do. I think that straight line will get me almost all the way to the end of this. That's not the way to do it. That's definitely not the way to do it. How's that? I'm pretty darn close. So let's build this way a bit. See how we're doing. Just really bummed out about those hedges. I hate them. They're ugly, and they're in the way. They're interfering with my hopes and my dreams. Okay, so this will be stuff we have to get rid of. And see how high we are now? The height difference between certain spots in the sanctuary. That's going to be a fun obstacle to overcome. It's almost like an internment camp. It's terrible, but the sanctuary with the the setup we're going for, all this stuff, I'll have to snap all this crap later. But we're walling it off with concrete. The whole hope here is obviously we keep the enemies out, but or we could keep them in because we know where they spawn. Even then, I feel like that's a bit silly, just relying on that potentially known spawn point for enemies. So we have to suck this wall in quite a bit. We have to shift the angle. There's no great way to shift the angle. I mean, what you could do... That's probably not. That's wishful thinking. You could do like this every so often, but I just don't like that. I really wish there was a slight way to change it, but there isn't because we're messing with square objects. Crap. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll try this out for a little bit. We'll see how it pans out. We'll add some cool defense and some turrets and stuff along the fence. I'll probably end up making some kind of walkway here or opening, because that is straight up to Vault 111. Granted, we don't exactly go that way often, and we can always fly over with power armor, but I want ways to get in normally. Always ways to get in normally. I wonder how this is going to line up with like the rest. See, I have no reference point. I wonder how they'll line up the rest of the settlement, the rest of the other places, the rest of the exits and entrances. I could do something cool where I set up a ramp here, and then I set a ramp down. But how would I get a ramp down other than using the hold E strat? There's a bit of cheese and a bit of... I think it'll be a lot of fine tuning as we continue this little thing here. And I'm not thinking I'm going to do this entire wall all at once. I'll just do like the back area by my house, and then I'll set up a big old defensive grid and Like every now and then when we visit Sanctuary, we'll make some tweaks here and there. So, yeah, that plant or that espresso machine's going through the house a little bit. I'll have to fix that. Can I grab that without causing an issue? Yes, I can. You, sir. Put you at an angle. I bet people will like this better. I have a feeling that the majority of people watching would think that's slightly better at that angle. Makes it a little less of a dead corner. And nothing poking through. Nothing poking through. All right. So, yeah, we have a big fat undertaking on our way. But Sanctuary is like the settlement, though. That's the thing. It's so nice. It's a big fat settlement. There's a lot to do. It's just a very awkward spot in terms of like positioning in the world because it's so far north, and we don't fast travel, and we cannot fast travel because of survival. Yeah, we have vertibirds now, but remember, I still have to sit in the vertibird for the whole time, which is way better, but something to think about. So you like that. And did that tree just disappear? You see that? Man, this game. Granted, I'm doing some weird things with what the hell? Like scrap everything mods, and the game is probably like, what are you doing? Like just confused, but it'll have to get over that tiny little fact that I did what I did. Shh, don't tell the game. Might not want to put a big wall here. Might want to use a smaller wall. But these are problems, I think, for a little bit later. I think next episode I'll really hunker down on coming up with a cool little entrance or exit to Sanctuary and to Vault 111, and then a nice little like every so often we put a floating turret on a. Well, it's not a floating turret, but we put a turret on a little piece of the wall jutting out, and then we'll have to power them all, which will be fun. We got a big fat project coming up, I think. Yeah, Sanctuary's gonna get some love. But guys, totally time to wrap the episode up here. Episode 535. Hope you guys are all enjoying. I'm loving just messing around with this. I could do this forever, but I obviously can't. I could do this forever, but we'll obviously get back to doing some other things here sooner or later. Because again, I really want Dance to help me, my companion forever. It can be his affinity. Give me that loyalty perk. Dance, you leave Vault Boy alone, you weirdo. But guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.